Hello, this is your Mukarram. Renault is making a pickup truck again, but this time it's not just an ordinary pickup truck. Even the name is intense, Niagara. This car, which has a powerful name like a waterfall, was first unveiled as a concept car in 2023. Do you remember this news back then? I was really amazed when I saw the design. That's because it's completely different from the image of Renault that we've known so far. The Niagara concept looked extremely aggressive, almost like a mix between a rally car and a pickup truck. Honestly, when the concept was revealed, people questioned if it would become a real production vehicle. That's what people thought. Usually, concept cars are made to look really cool. But when it comes to mass production, they often end up looking ordinary. But here's the thing. This time, Renault has finally revealed the teaser for the actual production version of the Niagara. It's not fully revealed yet. The rear design has been unveiled, and what's surprising is that the name remains Niagara, and it's almost identical to the concept. If that's the case, it means Renault is really making another attempt at the pickup market, right? But you know, there's something I'm curious about. Renault has already tried entering the pickup truck market in the past. That vehicle was the Renault Alaskan. But why is Renault making a pickup truck again? A European brand like Renault suddenly started making pickup trucks from then on? It might feel a bit strange. The reason is that the pickup market in Europe isn't actually that big. In Europe, hatchbacks, small SUVs, electric cars, and practical commercial vans are more familiar vehicles aside from sedans. But here's the thing. Renault isn't just looking at the European market, especially the South American market, which is outside of Europe. It's a very important market. In South American markets like Brazil, Argentina, and Colombia, pickup trucks mean more than just simple work vehicles. On weekdays, they're used for commuting, on weekends for leisure, and when needed, they serve as business vehicles or cargo trucks. Sometimes, they're even perfect for leisure activities like camping. Especially if you look at Renault's recent global strategy, they're strengthening models exclusive to markets outside of Europe. This is also the case for Hyundai Motor Group in Korea. The core model of this strategy is Niagara. So let's take a look at what Niagara looks like. Let's start with the design. The Niagara concept, which was first unveiled in 2023, was truly striking. Renault is making a vehicle like this. If you look at the front, it's completely different from Renault's previous vehicles. In the center, instead of the Renault logo, there's Renault lettering displayed in a pixel-like style. The headlamps are thin and sharp. On the other hand, the bumper looked very thick and solid. At the bottom of the bumper, there's a skid plate, giving it a powerful look that's perfect for off-roading. It didn't look like just any ordinary pickup truck. With this kind of design, it looks like it could even go rallying in the desert. After revealing the concept at the time, the subscribers' reactions were also very positive. The side design is also impressive. The wheel arches are thick, and the tires looked more like off-road tires than regular road tires. You can see a structure on the roof for carrying equipment, and overall, it gave off a very active vibe. Car design has an important focus today. It's not just about having a pretty car, but when you look at the car, you wonder, what kind of lifestyle could I have if I drove this car? It makes you imagine things like that, and that's exactly what Niagara did. First, when you see this car, you think of the outdoors rather than the city. Images of camping, off-roading, surfing, and bike trips naturally come to mind. And if you look at the production model teaser that was just released, it seems like almost all the elements from the concept have been kept. A concept car is made to be shown off, while a production car actually needs to be sold. Even so, Niagara has managed to keep a lot of the concept's original look. The name Niagara is prominently displayed on the tailgate. It's engraved big and bold right in the center. This is a display of confidence. You should also pay attention to the tail lamp design, as the graphics are three-dimensional and give off a futuristic vibe. So, even if it's not as radical as a concept car, the production model will be released with a pretty unique rear design. And the cargo bed is really important. A pickup truck shouldn't just look cool, it must also be convenient for loading and unloading cargo. That's why the top of the cargo bed is equipped with practical features like protective trim, tie-downs, or a bed liner. Another thing to look forward to is the sports bar. In the concept, the roof rack and the maintenance box have a very bold design. In mass production, it will be changed to something more practical, but it has a design that makes it look like a leisure pickup truck, not just a simple cargo vehicle. The front part hasn't been revealed yet, but if you think about it, along with Renault's latest design, it has thin daytime running lights and a logo in the center that lights up. So, it's highly likely that it will have a face similar to the Niagara concept. Personally, I'm curious how they'll capture the intensity shown in the concept. Wouldn't the fate of the pickup truck be decided based on this? Alright, let me tell you about the expected size and powertrain. Since Renault hasn't made an official release yet, I gathered details from official statements and foreign press releases. First, about the size. It's very likely that the Niagara won't be a full-size pickup truck. It's a bit different from traditional mid-size pickup trucks like the Ford Ranger or Toyota Hilux. So, it's expected to be a pickup truck suitable for a monocoque-based lifestyle. I mentioned before that the overall length is about 4.9 meters, right? A pickup truck under 5 meters long is considered compact. Even the Tasman in Korea is nearly mid 5 meters, but it's still not a full-size truck. The wheelbase is expected to be 2.95 meters. At this size, it fits well on Korean roads. It's not too big to be overwhelming, but it's not too small either. It's also easier to drive in the city. Since it can be used for home purposes, if Renault Korea releases this vehicle, wouldn't the response be pretty good? Especially since Kia's Tasman was recently released. And at KGM it's currently called Musso, but there used to be the Rexton Sports and Khan. If you look at the sales figures, the Musso, which is the Rexton Sports and Khan, is absolutely number one. What does this mean? Practicality is important when it comes to pickups. Also, people who use pickups don't buy them as a second car. For these reasons, in Korea, the price is around 30 million won, and with actual options included, it can go a little over 40 million won. You could say it's a pickup truck that consumers can buy, and for this purpose, Renault's Niagara seems like the perfect vehicle. I'll also mention the expected powertrain. First, Renault has a 1.3 turbo gasoline engine. The 1.3 TC series engine has already been used in several vehicles. In short, this engine is a proven one, offering a good balance between power and efficiency. The price is also relatively low. And the powertrain I'm looking forward to is the hybrid powertrain. In Renault's case, this E-Tech hybrid system has received good reviews. Especially by using two electric motors, it improves fuel efficiency. It also provides a smooth feel like an electric car, and I expect that these two trims are highly likely to be offered. And in the higher trim, there's a high possibility that the hybrid powertrain and four-wheel drive will be included. Given what pickup trucks are for, four-wheel drive is essential. On top of that, fuel efficiency needs to be high, and the hybrid powertrain is a powertrain that can satisfy all of these requirements. So you can comfortably drive it like an SUV in your daily life. Also, the key point of Niagara is that you can use it like a pickup when you need to. In conclusion, it's a completely different strategy from the Alaskan that Renault introduced before. The Alaskan wasn't that big, but it was closer to a traditional pickup truck. However, Gara is a vehicle that targets the niche between SUVs and pickup trucks. So, if Renault puts in some effort and releases it domestically, I think it could be the perfect vehicle for the local environment where people enjoy various leisure activities. Niagara is expected to unveil the actual production model around September. If this happens, we might be able to see a pickup truck made by Renault in the market by the end of this year or next year. There's only about 100 days left until the reveal. If it gets unveiled, I'll quickly update you on Niagara's production model news too. If you want to receive the next video automatically without waiting, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Thank you.
If this was helpful, please give it a like, subscribe and turn on notifications to get accurate new car information quickly. Thank you.